Okay, so this video is going to go through a review of logs to the base 10, and we previously went through this idea that 10 times 10 is 10 squared, and the logarithm of 10 squared, or 100, is 2. Similarly, 10 times 10 times 10 is 10 cubed, and the logarithm of 10 cubed, or 1000, is 3. So the logarithm to the base 10 of 1000 is just the power of the index here, 3. And this is a nice little summary right here. So if you have the log value of some measure, and you want the actual value, what you do is you go 10 to the power of your logarithm number. And if you have an actual measure, say weight or something, and you want the log of that measure, you do log to the base 10 of your actual amount, and that gives you the log measure. So here's an example. The log weight of a go-kart is 2 kilograms. Now the actual weight of that go-kart, we started with the log. The actual weight is 10 to the power of 2, which is 10 times 10, which is 100 kilograms. And going back the other way, the weight of the building is 10,000 kilograms. What's the log weight of the building? We just essentially plug into our CAS in our calculator section, and we just go control log to the base 10 and then to the right my number, which is 10,000. That gives me 4. And the reason is because if you do this, 10,000 is the same as 10 to the 4, and we're just looking at the power to the base 10. Okay, so we also need to know how to convert normal measurements to log measurements in our CAS. So I'm going to do an example. Okay, so say we have a group of animals that we've weighed, and some of them weigh 0.1 kilograms, 0.2 kilograms, 0.5 kilograms, 10 kilograms, 50, 100, 500, 1000. We might want to put those into a histogram, and we might want to put it in the log weight because it goes from a very small amount to a very large amount. So in order to do that, we go to our CAS, and I've already done it here, but I'm going to do it again. So you might put W for weight, and you'd enter your data, 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 10, 50, 100, 500, 1000. For some reason, CAS is giving me that for 50 and 500, where it's giving me a decimal for other ones. So if you need the if you need this exact value as a decimal, you might want to go into your calculator settings and just go control log base 10 of 500 and go control enter to give you the decimal. Okay, so you've entered the data into this column, alright, and say we want the log weight. We might call this one log W. So this row here is just titles, right, and this row here is about calculations. So I can call that log W, and this is basically a rule, so I'm going to delete that. All I did was I put equals, alright, control log to the base 10 of my column that I've called W. Alright, then I'll go enter. And then I've gone variable reference. Okay. And that's given me those values. They've worked them as the log measure. And now you want to be able to convert that to a histogram. So what you do is you go Control I to get add data and statistics, and if you hover over the bottom here, I can add an axis of my log weight, so log W, and that gets it down to a dot plot. Okay. Now I can change this to a histogram plot type histogram. That converts it to a histogram. But they're all individual points at the moment. Say I wanted to group them with a log scale of 1 across, then I need to change the settings. So I go menu, plot properties, histogram properties, and the bin settings. And I want an equal bin width. Okay. And I can see that my lowest log value is -1, so I can align to -1. And I want my width to be 1. So I'm going to get -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 on my x-axis. If I do this, now that looks a bit funny. It's not in scale, so you go menu, window zoom, and just zoom out, just click here. Okay, and so that has given me, I've got, if I hover over now, menu, sorry, window zoom, zoom back in. Okay. Alright, so now I've got 3 points between the log value of -1 and 0, and I've got 2 values between a log value of 1 and 2, 2 values of a log value between 2 and 3, and 1 value of a log value between 3 and 4. So that's just changing a set of data into a log measure and plotting it as a histogram, and then changing the Windows settings to give you those intervals of -1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So we did that by changing the bin settings. Okay, I hope this video helps, and I'll be doing a couple more of these. Cheers.